Hey there, hope you're doing well. In this video, I would like to share 5 things that I wish I knew when I first started trying to make money selling digital products, okay? And I'm doing this with the hopes that you will not end up making certain mistakes that you otherwise would not have made if you had known these 5 things, all right? So, without further ado, let's jump straight into it, all right? Number 1, okay? Selling digital products is not a get rich quick scheme, okay? Right? It's something that actually requires consistency for an extended period of time, okay? Unfortunately, when starting out, I guess you could say was blinded, right? I was blinded by the astronomical amounts of money that people were making, and in my desperation and effort to get some of that money, that's all I was focused on and that's all I was chasing, and not actually trying to do the things that I need to be doing in order to make that kind of money, okay? And a lot of times what typically happens is people will see this stuff, right? Beginners who are new, they'll see this stuff and then they want to, they want to engage, get involved, and, blinded by the money, which sometimes is not necessarily always their fault because of the way certain people might promote it to them, like make it seem like it's quick money, easy money, overnight money type stuff. So people who don't know come in expecting to see the same without realizing that they actually have to do some work, right? What they don't often get told by the people who are making money is that there was a lot of grinding, or I shouldn't say grinding, there was a lot of background work that went into them for being able to make those kinds of numbers, make the kind of money that they're making, right? Whether it's having built an extensive social media following, right? Even if they started from zero, but it took them time to get there, okay? So understanding that I needed to be consistent, like putting in the work consistently for an extended period of time before I could start seeing results, was something that I wish I knew from the start, as opposed to just looking for the shortcuts, right? And looking to do this and do that, push that magic button with the expectation that money would come in overnight, okay? It just doesn't work that way. And in relation to that, I would also like to add that I wish I was able to, fix my mindset as well with regards to the kind of money that people are making. Because if you're not aware of this, you're not around it for a while, it's easy to see that and just assume that it's a scam, because you just can't fathom the fact that people can be making the type of money that they're making in, what would be considered a short amount of time. Like, say, people making in 1 month what the average individual in our everyday lives makes in an entire year, okay? If you're someone who doesn't know about this stuff, you're going to look at that and you're initially always going to feel like it's got to be some kind of scam or something, right? So I kind of couple those together, but really the main thing is getting the mindset right and understanding that this stuff is actually possible, but it requires some major degree of effort on your part, okay? So I wish I had known right from the start that I needed to be consistent, putting in the work, right? And not treating it like some get rich quick scheme or looking for that magic pill, magic button, whatever, okay? Now, second thing, and if you see me looking down, is because I've got my notes right there, so I just wanted to make sure that I didn't skip or miss any of those 5 things, right? Now, the second thing I wish I had known when I first started, trying to make money selling digital products, was the fact that selling digital products, even though those numbers, you see those crazy numbers, is actually simple, right? It's not hard. It's not rocket science. You don't have to reinvent the wheel, so to speak, right? I came in thinking, oh, maybe my stuff will be, like maybe I needed to try and be like incredibly super unique and do things in a different way or my way, as opposed to just doing the things that successful people ahead of me who have already achieved what I'm trying to do, instead of like modeling their stuff, what they're doing. And I'm not saying copy, right? I'm not saying that you need to copy what those people are doing. Take inspiration from what they're doing, right? Obviously it's working, right? It's working. So, and this is the other thing too. Success leaves clues, right? When you see multiple different people successfully doing the thing that you're trying to do, right? That's a pretty good clue that those things work. If you see multiple different people doing the same sort of thing, right? Even if they're doing it in their own way, but the main goal, the main premise is typically saying it's probably a good clue that you should be trying to do the same thing, right? Then once you've attained your level of success or your whatever it is that you aspire to, then at that point, maybe if you want, you might want to start trying to experiment and do things here and there. But when you're first starting out, if you want to be successful, it's not rocket science. You don't need to make it more complicated than it actually is. It's actually, everything that you need to do is quite simple. Okay, it's actually quite simple. All right, so that's the second thing. Third thing I wish I'd known right from the start is that you need to realize that people buy from people. Okay, so what that means is it helps if you actually put yourself out there, let people see you for the, like it helps to be on camera, right? Even though, yes, you can very well sell digital products without necessarily being on camera, right? There's faceless digital marketing. But even with that, right, over a period of time, if people start following your faceless, digital real estate that you have online, right, they know that there's a person behind that faceless channel. And if that person does communicate with the subscribers or viewers and all that type of stuff, right, they are projecting some personality, right? So people actually, they buy from people. And when people get to know, like, and trust you, right? When people get to know, like, and trust you, they're more likely to buy from you, okay? Or buy whatever it is that you're recommending. Think about it this way, right? If you were walking on the street and some stranger came up to you and told you that, hey, why don't you go buy this, go buy this particular sandwich right here. Like, just think about it in your real life. If you were walking on the street and some stranger came and told you that, hey, this sandwich being sold on the corner of the street, go buy it right now. You need to go buy it really, really quick, and you look at the person that's selling it and they seem kind of dodgy, or like it seems like shady or whatever, you're not gonna be too inclined to trust it, right? As opposed to if a friend of yours that you've known for a while came and told you to go buy that same sandwich from that same dodgy looking individual that's selling it on the road, you'd be more inclined to buy it because that's somebody your friend that you like, right? And that you trust, and you know that he wouldn't want to lead you down the wrong path, okay? So when it comes to how does that relate to, selling digital products, right? You need to show up on a regular basis, put yourself out there a little bit more, let people see you, let people communicate with you. There are people that I've been following they have no clue who I am, right? They have absolutely no clue who I am, but I feel like I kind of know them just because of how long I've been following them and the stuff that they talk about. I know what they like, I know what they don't like, they bring you into their life and what's happening and all that type of stuff. I get to feel like I know them, even though I know that they have absolutely no clue who I am, right? So that is one thing that I wish I had known right from the start. And if I had known that, then I would have started trying to put myself out there a little bit more, like a lot sooner. Let's just put it that way. Okay. So that's the third thing, right? People buy from people, so they need to get to know, like, and trust you. Fourth thing that I wish I had known right from the start when it comes to selling digital products is that you need to lead with value. Okay, you need to lead with value, and this kind of builds into this kind of ties into the previous thing that the previous thing that I wish I knew that I brought up. That's people buying from people and having to know, like, and trust you. When you lead with value, right? Like giving out, providing value ahead of asking for a sale, right? You have a much better chance of making that sale, okay? Because when you lead with value for free, right? Essentially, you're leading with value for free, right? Whether with all the information that you provide on all the different social media platforms, or whether it's email, whatever communication channel that you're using. When you lead with value, people will look at you and they will see if you are providing value, right? If you are providing value to them, that's how you build that know, like, and trust factor, right? As opposed to asking for the sale right from the start. That's, when I first started, I didn't know any better, and that's what I was doing. I first, I would get, let's say, the links to my products, or, whatever it was I was promoting as an affiliate. I would take my link and just slap it all over the place. Like, oh yeah, buy my stuff. Hey, look, I got this. You come buy from me, And again, why would somebody trust you to buy when not that why would somebody trust? Yes, you can get the occasional sale that way, just putting your stuff out there without leading with any kind of value. But if you want to increase the number of sales that you're getting, you're better off leading with value, showing people, at least trying to help people and show them that you understand what it is that you're talking about and what it is that you're trying to help them with. And if you do a really good job leading with free value, they will look at that and only imagine how much better your paid stuff could be, right? Whether, of course, this works especially well if you're selling your own digital products that you created, that you are the face of the product, right? That works a lot better with that. But again, it can still very much work as an affiliate, right? If you're selling somebody else's product, whether it's as an affiliate, or if you're if you bought a product that has master resale rights and you get to resell them, that still works well, I shouldn't say just as well, because I just told you that it works better if it's your own product, but you get the point, right? If you lead with value, show, like, where you're genuinely trying to help, right? And then ask for the sale at that point, right? You're more likely to get more conversions, okay? And then the very last thing, which I believe is probably the most important thing of all these things, is of all the things that I mentioned thus far, because it kind of takes everything. It takes everything that I have mentioned and puts it all together in one place where you get to do all these things, right? And it is the importance of list building, okay? Building an email list of subscribers that you can reach via email, okay? I know there are so much, email is something that's been around for a while, so it's not necessarily the most popular or sexiest thing out there, right? And maybe because it's been around for so long, right? People tend to forget or just sleep on email marketing. That is it's probably the most powerful thing that you can have in your business, right? And for long-term success, right? It's, if you want to build a strong foundation that will give you, that sets you up for long-term success, you need to start building your email list right from the start, okay? That is something that I wish I had known, wish I had done right from the beginning. And even when I did find out about it, I, resisted it and pushed it away and just felt like it was unnecessary or too much of a hassle and all that type stuff. But it's that important, okay? If you take anything away from this video that I'm sharing, take the importance of building an email list, okay? Because an email list allows you to deepen that know, like, and trust factor that I just talked about earlier, right? It allows you to lead with more value, right, in your emails, like helping people through your emails, right? It allows you, what was the other thing I mentioned? whether it was, you know, selling, like, not making things complicated, right? Not needing to reinvent the wheel. These are the things that the people at the top, right? Like the big guns, like the people who have been doing digital marketing and selling digital products for a while. The people at the top, they do this, right? They use email marketing in their business. So, like I said, success leaves clues. If you want to have the success of the people that that you look up to and all that, it helps if you follow, do some of the things that they do. And email marketing is such an important piece of pretty much any business you can think of. Okay, any business you can think of. The biggest companies out there is Amazon. You look at it, they a lot of them use email marketing. Okay, so and then of course, the first thing I talked about, right? Consistency and doing stuff over time. Email marketing helps you with that too. And here's, in terms of consistency, right? Because you can, even when you have the right email marketing tools, you can schedule your emails to go out for an extended period of time, right? Building that consistency where you're keeping in touch. And here's the other thing too. When it comes to like marketing and selling digital products and all that type of stuff, when somebody comes across you for the first time, right? If they don't subscribe to your channel, if they don't follow you, if they don't get on your email list and they just see you one time, some people might subscribe, yes, others might not, right? And even if they do, they may not necessarily buy from you right away, but when you have them on your email list, right, that gives you a chance to remind them about you on a much more regular basis, right? Like, there's a statistic out there that it usually takes about 5, 6, 7 to 8 touch points with a potential lead before they actually make a purchase from you. Okay, so that is, building your email list right from the start is going to be one of the biggest things that you can do. Okay, having said that, I do have a link, the first link in the description below this video, that will teach you how to do all these things that I have just mentioned, right? Especially the whole email marketing part. And it will teach you how to get started with digital marketing, promoting, selling. It will teach you how to make money selling digital products, in essence, okay? Whether it's your own products or other people's products as an affiliate, it does it all, right? And if it's faceless marketing, that's something that's going to be covered in there as well, right? But it is fundamental to building a strong foundation that will set you up for long-term success. So I would highly encourage you to check it out. Again, it's that first link in the description below this video. Watch it, learn from what there is there to be learned, and start taking action, right? Start putting in the work. Like I said, you got to put in some work. You've got to be consistent, right? Put all these things that I've just laid out. It's going to be hard for you to not see some good results. Okay. Having said that, if you have any if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for me, leave them in the comment section below. I will be sure to respond. Or you can email me as well, right? Respond to any of the emails that you receive from me when you get access to the training that I referenced in the description below. All right. Thank you ever so much for taking the time to watch, and I will catch you in my next video. Ciao.